Hi folks, welcome to the cut of the Online Worlds 2025. So unfortunately this time we only have two games or two rounds left because I was still involved and had to skip one due to my travel. And we have four of the very best players in the world here, so I put it to a vote which one we should watch. It's Argento against Superduck in the top half, and the winner plays Alex and Jim Hansen. So Stark, Knights Watch, Tyrell, and Baratheon, and we had quite a nice spread of factions actually in the top cut. Not so much in the tournament, there was only one Lannister, but in the cut it was all pretty healthy. So just see if we have to join. Okay, it's just starting now, so I will just show you the stats. So we have a surprise here. Martell is the most represented faction, followed by Tyrell, and at the bottom there's two Greyjoys in the whole tournament and only one Lannister. I think many were surprised by that. And yeah, the attendance, so we have 54 players in the end. It was looking even worse, but some joined towards the end. It's not the most popular tournament for some reason, even though it's you get a card design from it, but yeah, team tournaments much more popular nowadays, and of course events in person are much more fun, although they don't get huge numbers. But yeah, playing online on a single day, not everyone's cup of tea, but most of the best players in the world were here, and a lot of them have made it to the cut. And yeah, the four that are left standing, I mean, you could say pretty comfortably that these are four of the, let's say, 8 best players in the world, or top 10 at least. So the vote was, let me just check the final standings, but yeah, it was that we watch Argento and Superduck, so that's what we will do. And I will now also join a voice channel on Discord for anyone that wants to commentate with me. So let's go. So start Fealty against Tyrell Knights. I played against the Tyrell Knights deck, and it was not fun. I had almost the perfect setup, and then I got 3 House Floor and Knight triggers in the opening round. Why do you jump scare me? Oh, hello people.
I knew it was Connor.
Apologies.
Okay, so who's gonna win this one?
Stark.
Probably.
Like the house floor knights don't matter for Stark.
He set up a knight.
That is 100% untrue.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he'll have Grey Wind on demand, and you just can't do anything about it. That's what happened in my game.
I just expect him to go renown rush. But it can go both ways though.
He has like the denial of challenge win triggers as well with rationing, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. He's just
He say he has only one knight, so he doesn't get to draw 3 cards.
Yeah, so bounty is enough to get hypothetically Bryce Caron and House Lauren Knight. Then I think you could bounce, discard Caitlyn or Jason, whichever you prefer.
Yeah. Caitlyn.
yeah, definitely Caitlyn.
I'm also watching the other game, so I can give you info on it while we watch this one.
Yeah, I'll also keep an eye on it.
Here we go.
I'm kind of interested what happens because Jim took me out, so I have to see now.
No,
We had a
yes,
good
you
run
had
though.
it.
Yeah, alright.
I think if he had it, he would have played it.
Immediately.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Unbelievable. 3 cards I mentioned. Bounty, Bryce, and House Lauren Knight.
It's super. It just has that look.
And now there's gonna be military claim, and then to the Rose banner, right? That happened against me. Ah.
Was it discarded or sacrificed?
For what? House
Discarded.
for no, it's
Discarded.
discarded.
Discarded, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it could be saved with like a bodyguard or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Argento's not going to let any aggro happen to him here. Just gonna go
No.
wide.
He could just play to the rose banner now and bin off the scout and then
I think he would if he had it.
yeah. Hey, we got a Hannes.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Hannes.
Good afternoon. Are we live?
We
We
are
are
live,
live.
yes. We're watching
Then let me-
Argento's game.
Briefly take that opportunity to thank everybody for playing. I think so far it has been amazing Worlds. Smoothest one we've had since we have online Worlds, I think. And thanks to Francis for helping to administrate this, and to Dennis for preparing this, and to the technical team, Stephen for preparing and maintaining the Iron Throne, and everybody who was involved in the art collection, which I forgot, unfortunately. And thank you, Miha, for streaming again. And thanks for the 4 superstars for giving us now, I think, an exciting semifinals.
Yeah, well, it remains to be seen. But I think so. There's two ways to win for Superduck, right? Stark is just solid in all departments, but the Knights deck either aggroes a little bit with these tricks that we saw briefly in the opening round, or it can play tourney and get mass renown.
Ooh.
I don't think he can get aggro now, though. Like with the bodyguard, the dupes.
Yeah, he just bins mirror and then Summer comes and gets her back. I don't remember Superduck's reset. I think I got beat before that
Yeah,
came around.
I would imagine it's the Harris.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure it was VD when we played against.
Yeah. He sits there with that 1 gold, and I always fear nightmares, so I never put Varus into play or anything.
Something good in hand, plus a brand builder trigger.
Yep. Robbie's just trying to protect the characters in his hand, as he knows House Fort Knight's gonna do some damage in the long run. Maybe he has Summer in hand or a Grey Wind he doesn't want to lose. If Grey Wind's in hand, that's pretty sad because he has the plot, right?
Also, Argento is aggressively defensive, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
But it's also a way for him to trigger his brand the builder, so he's not losing anything. Plus, he's gaining off the plot.
Yeah, should
Yeah.
win with Arya. At least one challenge back.
Probably just power, right? Can't win the mill, so
Yeah, although he would like to, I'm sure. None of these three are good claim soak.
Quickly on the other side, it's a pretty good start for Jim. Is probably going to be able to get a 2 claim off. There is Maester Amen on the board, though. But yeah,
That's a shame.
much slower start for Alex than what I just had to play against.
Yeah, that didn't look pretty.
It looked fine until I got VM'd.
Standard.
Yeah, was it a disadvantage when he had like 8 characters and you didn't have a single one?
Yeah. But I was getting choked. I was just trying to recycle so I could get back to my econ plots. But by then he had played Siege Prep and refilled his board.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get to play him off, but he can flip out of the plot if he wants to.
Oh yeah, he blanked Holy 100. Makes
I mean, he
sense.
can get 2 claim power, but you know.
Yeah. You,
So I would say of the 4 decks, Jim's is probably, let's say, we have seen it before, but it's the most novel one in my estimation. And maybe apart from that, what other decks came to your mind? Which ones did you see in the championships that you thought were interesting, out of the box, stuff like that?
I played against Tyrell Free Companies round 1. That was kind of fun.
was it a
Um,
house floor night?
No, it was spies and jumping spies in and
Okay.
out, and with the wheelhouse and
Yep.
Orton pinging back
Mhm.
and forth. Until that was fun until Orton got hit with a venomous blade. So
Yeah, for
and he
me, I
couldn't
So I,
ping
think
him.
the most interesting was the Martel Alliance, Free Companies and
Mhm.
Banner Dragon. Played
Yeah.
Mercenaries, Golden Company to keep everything in play. And well, if needed, and when it was telegraphed that I was going to play Morgulis, they all just went nicely back to hand, plus Orphan of the Grimblood to take Aegon back.
Yeah.
That was a nice deck. Didn't have the best of games against me, but I imagine it's a good deck in some matchups.
Which Aegon? The forecast one?
The one that
The
finds
fetch,
armies.
the
Yeah.
fetch. Yeah.
Yeah. So the people were wondering what Alex was playing as well, Alex Serban, which was the Martel Dragon, which is something similar, where he's trying to jump in Aegon and toss his cards into shadows with the
Mm,
Cunnington Stronghold and with Edric Dane as well.
nice.
Yeah, and then he has Traitor's Whisper and stuff, right?
I don't remember fully.
I think I got knocked out before he quit, or did I? I can't remember. Yeah, I
You're
must have
talking
done.
about Alex Serban.
I think so.
He
And
played the whole event.
then yeah, I must have must have been knocked out at that point then.
But yeah, I don't think this was the most innovative event, but I do like the Bear Trident that's been it was basically created during the rotation testing period. So
Paulie's favorite deck at the minute, I think.
yeah, they really enjoy it in the US. And then Polly got the deck as well from them.
Hmm.
Glad to see also Martel Banner Wolf come back and do good. I think that was interesting.
I
Yeah, I
really
think
liked.
I think with that deck you just have to accept Mad King's command exists. Obviously,
Yeah.
they normally run a lot of locations.
Mhm.
Sorry, Hannes, continue.
So I really liked Francesco's Tyrell song deck. I mean, it's just it's a development, I think, of the old song deck, but it now has some extra tricks up his sleeves. And I really thought after the first round that I had this game against him. And I thought he was making a huge blunder playing Mac the Mighty, and then he turned it completely around on me, and I lost like I think 15-0 or something like that. And it felt like playing against a magician where you have no idea what's going on, and then in the end you've lost. And so that was a tough wake-up call, but I really respected that.
Was it Mag into killing Mag and then Rennie's ride and stuff like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Yeah, I did that in Nightwatch Rose. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played
and Thousand
against
Eyes
that
and
deck.
Wands.
Yeah, I played against the
Yeah.
deck in the extended cut first round, and the funny thing was he played Withering Cold, and I thought, okay, that's fine. I have Celsius. I will stand everyone that is knelt after that, but so did he. He just played a song
Yeah.
in every phase with Tom of 7 streams, and it's only when I got Bagging Brother that it started to turn around.
Yeah, I think when we played 8 Regencies Tyrell, that was my favorite Tyrell deck, the Someone.
It's very fun.
Hmm.
I think we played it in the World Cup last year, Jim was playing it for Team USA. It was a very interesting deck.
I slightly prefer the crossing version than the Brotherhood, but both work
Yeah.
very well.
Okay, so another couple of House Florent Knight triggers here to get Arias dupe. But Argento still kind of holding.
I do like the Knights deck as well, though, that Superduck build. It's not just trying to put a bunch of weenies in Renown Rush. It can, but it's also trying to play the attrition part, which is interesting.
Yeah, we saw that, so at Stalek, Emilis played this, and I played against it in the run-up to Stalek a few times, and it was really tough. It also played the 6-cost Garland and raised claim, so it was really aggressive.
Yeah.
And then in the tournament didn't
Yeah,
do so well, but now it's this is this deck at its
This
best,
is-
I think.
He's playing the 4-cost one here.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
because he also plays tourney and goes wide when
Yeah.
he needs to.
I think the one that Emil's plays was very aggro and didn't have turn at all, so a bit different, but also kind of similar.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
I mean the House Florent Knights coming back with the
Yeah.
wheelhouse and to the Rose Banner, that's a really nice touch. You can't just discard anything, of course. Palace of Sorrow is not available, but look, Bryce and everything is strength 4 here.
Then he plays the Ghost as well, Ghost of High Heart, to bring his cards back up as well.
Yeah, and Hedge Knights with High Tower Knights and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. Argento's holding here, but the problem I have is when Superduck plays tourney and he has multiple Green Apple Knights, that could just end before Argento can play Morgulis to take the power away.
Yeah, in the other game, Jim is looking very strong against Alex, and Morgolis already played for Alex, so
Yeah, it's
I
looking
have
good
a
for Jim.
question. Yeah,
Yeah, to have
It's-
those fights.
Yeah,
Hit
did he
and
hit with
reinforcements.
them?
Hmm?
Did he
Both,
hit with the yeah?
Sorry. I think
Uh,
he hit Maestro Murmur. And I think the
Mm.
Messenger Raven. Oh, no, Messenger Raven was claimed. Not sure.
I'm trying to see.
Oh, no, seventh Murmur.
Okay, yeah. So heads on spikes on Mirror and Mirror.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Samuel Tarley.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 9-1 on a VM turn. And just flipped into Robert's Rebellion.
Oof.
Now does he take the wheelhouse? He does. Okay, so that's another, at least one House Florent Knight trigger.
Okay, so we probably see Arya go here. No,
You might want
okay.
to kill Arya if you know there's gonna be more House for Night triggers coming out.
He
Yeah,
plays the dupe, so
The
he's not
build
going
up.
to play Morgulis.
Oof.
That's
I
surprising.
think I think next turn he goes tourney and just tries to rush him as much as he can.
Okay, so at this point yeah, he's already ahead, and Morgulis threat's kind of gone. Surprising. Or did Argento take out Morgulis? Oof, there's another
I
one.
highly doubt it.
There's another House Florent Knight just top decked. So he has the third one plus the wheelhouse.
Well, so far can only hit Arya. And Nightmares on Winterfell could do pretty much anything but Rob, right?
Well, still has to get Arya first.
Mhm.
Is it time for that Grey Wind?
He might just play his second heir for a dupe.
Well,
Hmm.
does Superduck play Turney though? Because he only needs a couple of knights to be marshaled and it's over.
Another another one of the Green Apple Knights. You have a very good shot to just close it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not
It's
going to bother with the House Florent Knights now at all, I don't think.
10-1 right now, by the way, for Jim. That should be an interesting matchup if we do get Jim versus Superduck.
Yeah, a repeat of the last two world champions basically meeting in the final here. So someone's going to win it twice in 3 years unless Argento has counterplay here.
Well, the thing is, actually, if we get that matchup, Jim versus Super Deck, it will be interesting because there's like a decent amount of knights in the deck, in Jim's deck.
Yeah, if he stopped the draw on setup where Superduck does like to set up some location, then it's maybe location with one knight. Yeah, maybe it doesn't snowball from there. But then also you know that in Trident you're not going to get Murgulist or the Harist.
13-0.
Yeah, the worst you can face is a Wildfire, which you're not too bothered about.
Oh, you can face Mad King's Command as well.
Yeah, that too.
But Wildfire does hurt though, because if it's mid-challenge,
Yeah, true. Yeah. At least it's not Martell Trident, right? They win an Intrigue, flip into Behest into Wildfire, and then do Mill Claim.
Okay, so he's presumably considering whether he needs to play High Tower Knight here. That gives him a High Tower trigger.
Or to the Rose Banner, also an option. Might force the Grey Wind trigger early.
Seems pretty over on Jim's side.
Mm.
Alex has no cards in hand. Just got force marched.
Okay, so nothing
Yeah,
in the draw
that
phase.
mid-challenge phase is really good also. I've seen him do it to Chris in the Swiss.
And Jim won.
Okay.
Well, the number's a little weak here. 5
Does he play
power,
the
so he
wheel
has 7 knights, and one of them can do 2 challenges. I make that 13 at the moment, plus Old Town. Needs one more.
Dom.
Yeah, he could get done with the Green Apple Knight, considering all of his challenges are going to have to be opposed.
Not so sure. Stark will stand with Rob in the meantime and probably win
Yeah.
power back.
Unless
Well,
there's a
he's
Nightmares.
gonna do military first, right? He does play
Yeah.
nightmares.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So no Nightmares, okay.
No, but he's gonna remove Arya.
Yeah. Or anything else that comes in. Well, he's going to try. The Grey
Yeah,
Wind will probably
Grey Wind.
stop that. The only other trigger you'd stop with Grey Wind is potentially Mark, who with this round will likely never leave play anyway. We got Mage. Summer, okay.
That makes sense though.
A
You
Daisy with
can. You're gonna get Mira, put her in shadows, blank the
Green Apple Knight.
Green Apple Knight,
Yeah, makes sense.
or you can even blank the. I was gonna say blank Corbin. Plus now you bring back. Yeah.
Yeah, choosing to keep an extra character on the board.
Yeah, he's worried that he might lose this round, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna blank the Green Apple Knight, you do it before any challenges are initiated, so it's not non-kneeling.
Yeah, I think I probably should do that. I don't know. But
And if you blank Bryce, you're losing a lot of strength on the board, but he's still got enough characters to win whatever he wants.
Well, except power.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the consideration, right?
Alex conceded, so very, very clear way to the final for Jim. And congratulations to Alex still. I mean, began in the semifinals. I think he's been in semifinals now for the third time or so on Worlds. It's quite an achievement.
Just made it at Stalik as well.
Hmm.
Finished third at Stalik and won melee. So consistently at the top.
Well, just do the challenge, I think. Get all the power. Argento will have to Morgulis, and then you just continue. Boards are empty, you draw 3, you have Econ.
Yeah.
I don't think Argento would move this next round.
Well, if
It's now
Superduck
the
finishes on
boss
13 here, he has to Morgulis, otherwise it's over.
Nightmares, okay. Where did he get the gold for Nightmares? Thought he had no gold.
High tower. High tower.
Ah, yeah,
After that comes in, it triggers.
yeah.
Although I'm surprised it's unless he has tricks that he wants to do. I'm surprised it's on Winterfell and not on Rob. Prevent the stand.
Yeah, I also saw a lot of strength gone. I mean,
Yeah, but he
He's
can
doing all
like
the
he wasn't gonna win those challenges anyways.
I think it was on power, winning on power, right? Is he still winning on power?
12, 16
Just
versus...
about.
Just about, yeah. If he puts everything into defending.
But also now once he does military, Rob can stand back whatever was not.
Probably start military, I don't know.
I think Mirror just blocks this.
I'm still wondering why he took the dupe from Catelyn.
Yeah. Unless he's not playing VM anymore.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Like he could be on
Some-
VD.
I mean, he has bodyguards in the deck, and I feel like
Yeah.
Argento is very very good on the having a good Morgulis. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he has in the previous deck he had the new eyes, which also helps. I think.
Yeah, he probably
Yeah,
had
yes,
the. He probably wanted to keep the eye on the board because he knew he wanted to summon Mirror back. So
yeah.
obviously he's probably thinking ahead to that.
Maybe he doesn't play a reset. Yes.
he definitely plays a reset.
I would,
Okay.
yeah, I would be very surprised if he doesn't.
But sometimes I saw him play decks without reset, so
Yeah. The Targ Summer I was building had no resets in it.
I mean, Superduck became world champion without a
Yeah.
reset last year, so maybe he thought, okay, beat him with his own weapons.
So if you win a challenge with Mark, can you see what's on top before you?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
you
a
watch.
May. It's a May
Yeah.
ability.
So he's gonna get Old Town for sure.
Mhm.
Everything with a military and an intrigue icon going into this, maybe?
He could have won that intrigue, by the way.
Yeah, but he's probably more bothered about the power challenge. Very power focused. Probably just block this one with Summer. Or well, there's no point blocking with everything, you can't win it, so you might as well just block with Summer.
And you claim Summer?
Probably just claim Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has
Because
Graven in hand,
he
so
has-
maybe you want to recycle some.
yeah,
Mirror.
that's
Honestly,
what.
I would claim Arya here, by the way.
Yeah, true. Because I think he has rationing next round if it goes to next round.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
also,
I think get something else or a dupe.
But yeah, it could be Mira. But yeah.
okay, so that's Knight of Flowers on top.
It's very tempting, I'm sure.
If it would win him the power challenge, I'm sure he would do
I
it,
think-
but obviously it doesn't.
I thought in the Knights deck that he plays the other Knight of Flowers.
So he goes to
the
11,
Flowers.
right?
Pardon? Oh, he kills
Goes up to
Summer.
11. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can win all 3 challenges unopposed.
Yes.
Yeah, just has to be a little bit careful not to run into High Tower Knight.
Yeah. So intrigue
Is it-
first then.
He's most likely there.
Yeah, with 8 cards in hand, probably. Okay. I would say do the power first, just in case there is a High Tower Knight there as well.
Yeah.
Maybe with, I don't know, Rob and Aya.
Well, you probably want the renown on.
You put him in a mill. You put
Oh yeah.
with Mirror. Or you could do it either way around, I guess. Oh, risky. I definitely would have put Jason into that.
I don't know if he cares that much about the military claim.
There we are.
Hold it.
No, but the renown.
I mean the
At least-
military as well, because if you get the claim off of Mark,
Mhm.
you at least can VM everybody off the board.
Yeah, but he probably kills the hedge knight.
Mm-hmm. Plus, that gives renown. That was indeed a mistake.
Okay. Leaving Aya up for Dom. Okay.
So are we seriously not going to Morgulis now and just leave them with
Yeah, because
12
he's gonna
power?
old town character.
If he has the Harris rather than Morgulis, then I think it's still pretty rough.
11, 8. Well, go first and do power challenges if you have enough renown, but you don't.
Losing that Wyman hurts.
Yeah. Fast Eddie incoming? Question mark.
Can he win with Fast Eddie? No, he needs another power.
Yeah, small John, but obviously he'll be too weak at this point, I think.
Doesn't matter as long as he gets the renown.
Yeah.
Maybe if
I
he
mean,
plays
Daisy would work.
Clash
Yeah,
of Kings.
I think Air. Does that
Yeah,
try
I
to have
think so.
Clash of Kings?
But he wants to go first. He might go. He might go rationing.
Yeah. Oh. So he has two characters with printed renown in hand. At least he probably has another. He only needs the two though. What do I don't even know what you get rid of with Air. You don't really want to get rid of.
Oh, I don't think he has here.
No. You don't want to get rid of Miro with Air, and you don't want to get rid of.
Do you know if he plays to air?
I think he does. I'm pretty sure he does. I played him in the Swiss. I'm pretty sure he does.
Oh, okay.
I could be hallucinating though. I got very unlucky. Had to play both of these people back to back in the Swiss.
So Argento goes second on purpose, so he doesn't have the win with renown. I feel like that was his only choice, kind of, so I would have just put myself first and hope to top deck to renown.
Because he knows your opponent. He knows his opponent has renown, right?
Yeah. So he's gonna mirror one of them at least, but the problem is gonna just be, all he needs is one renown and claim. So if he plays two renown bodies, you're kind of in a bad spot.
$54 spectators, everyone who played in the online worlds, I guess.
Basically. So he plays defense for a round. Let's say he gets out of it.
Maybe he's drawn some dupes and then can Magulis. But dupes aren't the best thing. You need more dudes.
Yeah, he needs.
Maybe a Daisy. It's really sad that Summer's dead, to be honest.
Depends who you ask.
Me.
Yeah, I mean the problem is he also doesn't have that much gold, so
Yeah, 6
because
gold.
with Mira, so he has basically 4 and
4.
4.
Yeah. So he can't really afford to play Grey Wind either. Which is not really relevant because there's nothing he really wants to cancel apart from Mark, and Mark's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's not like House Flooded Knight's gonna trigger now.
No. Unless it guaranteed a win, which he's just better off not doing that. What was the other renowned body?
He's gonna
Former
put
champion?
down and
Former champion, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he can, if he doesn't blank, he can just win on mill, and then
Yeah.
If he does blank, he then does power.
See, that's why not putting Jason last turn hurts. Because now
Mm-hmm.
that's an extra power for your opponent that you would have had. Well, you did have it, but
Yeah.
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 So
Just in a
an extra power, yeah.
just different sequencing.
Mhm.
And Old Town is there, so
Yeah,
Mark's
so-
gonna guarantee that.
Oh, but you didn't put former champion though.
No, but the Renown on Knight of Flowers, unless he gets blanked
gonna
by
be blank.
Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, no, you cannot trigger Mark.
No, but you can guarantee what's on top of the deck with him. So.
No, because of rationing.
Oh, correct. Yep. There's a Daisy. Now you need
And
like
then it's
at
gonna
least
be,
eight more dudes.
and he's gonna keep gonna be Mira.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 7 strength Daisy. Who will
But then
become a
he's not
6
one.
strength Daisy because there'll be military claim.
Yeah.
I think he has to do Superduck has to do military first to force the mirror. And then if you do intrigue, you're forcing Cat to oppose it, and then they win power. I think.
Yeah, I have to bring me a hat now to let you suppose this hat.
Yep. And I still think you blanked the Renown.
I think he should prioritize. Every time I play Stark, you want to do military first.
Yeah, although it doesn't make that much of a difference here because there isn't that much.
But it does though, because he's gonna oppose. Let's say he opposes with Catelyn,
Yeah,
and then he does military. He opposes with Mira, kills Mira. Catelyn stands back up.
but he's not going to do that. I still think Superduck wins with Old Town and Dom, to be honest.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah.
He could probably just pass now anyway. I think he's got enough to defend power, and then everything else doesn't matter.
It's a pretty wide board.
Mm-hmm. The military. Do you block with Jason here? It's the lowest strength guy, right?
I think
Oh, he's
Mira
gonna
will die
stand.
anyway.
He's gonna
Yeah.
stand. Yeah, Mira
Yeah.
dies. He stands.
So yeah.
So just don't win on defense.
Yeah.
That would actually end the game, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Superduck could lose the power on attack, but force the defense, and then still win Dom, and then Old Town.
I don't think he wants to risk it on Old Town though.
No. No. I mean, he'd have 2 opportunities to trigger it, but yeah.
Yeah, he would win. Yeah, you're right. You just pass.
Unless Argento plays way waste or not.
I doubt he has space for that.
He doesn't play any
I mean,
events
Argento
normally.
never play events in this
Yeah.
decks, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Argento never plays events, to my knowledge.
I mean, he plays it in Night Search, he plays the Draw event.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Both of them, yeah, but I don't think he ever plays it instead.
Okay. What's the power defense? 10, 16, 19.
Do you realize how good Superduck is though? He used both of his Old Town triggers last turn, knowing he would PD and put it back in.
Mhm.
Bigger brain.
Yeah, it's insane.
And now he just forces the full power defense
Yep.
and then wins Dom.
Oh, but he wins power, no?
Yeah, I think so. 5, 10, 15, 19, 22, 26,
At the moment
10,
he does, yes. But
22, 25.
a surprise nightmares on Bryce.
Yeah,
Yeah, again, I don't think that's in the deck.
no.
Yeah.
I think it is in the deck. It's in hand right now.
Beautiful.
I don't think so.
But he still
If
wins
it-
on Dom, right? Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, yeah.
No, Argento will do a power back with Arya.
You're very optimistic.
There.
There we have it.
So, we're gonna ban Old Town?
I'm
No.
gonna ban Superduck.
Ban Superduck. Yeah, good one.
I don't think it was very nice for Argento.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
Argento.
actually, that plan to get himself on some high number of power, and he has it now, and he can, at least in the
Oh,
power
actually,
challenge, be
no
competitive.
reset.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he doesn't have one.
Yeah, the power on the faction card is pretty equal though, and then Superduck still draws 3. But
Yeah.
I think Argento did play Superduck in Swiss and beat him, so
Mhm.
it is doable.
Did he?
Mhm.
I know he played Bing. I don't know if he played Superduck.
Actually, not playing reset.
It-
That's very surprising to me.
He didn't. He
Yeah,
didn't play. He played
No, it
Bing,
was
not Super.
Bing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who did Superduck
Yeah,
lose to?
Hmm.
Let's check here. So
Yeah,
Superduck
I know
was-
I mean-
Argento was hoping Bing would beat Superduck because he has a better
Yeah, that's a
matchup
good
against
matchup.
Assault.
So Superduck lost 2 actually in Swiss against
Yeah.
Francis and against Martin. And then he beat Martin in the cut. Got more aggro, I suspect, because I don't think you can outrush Lenny Crossing, or maybe you can.
I had a really good matchup against Superduck. Would have been decent to play him.
But no, you get choked instead.
I knew it was gonna happen, but yeah. If Miguel doesn't drop, I have a better chance against Miguel than against Alex.
Yeah.
And then I have to go play against Jim again.
Mhm.
Yeah, no reset. I never had the balls for that. It's I don't know. It's,
Maybe I took Argento's. I had 3, so.